fine time, fine time, fine time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for, I'm not going to say the classic stuff, but she's been a beast woman for the longest time. She's got a bunch of phenomenal writings. She has worked with people from the other side of the planet regularly and coming up with awesome stuff. And she's a phenomenal performer, really, honestly, I swear to God. Give it up, please, for Miss Robin. Come on!
I'll get you a table. Okay. Wait.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Robin.
Hey, there's a lot of musicians in
What?
here tonight. There's a lot of musicians in here tonight, right?
Yeah.
I know you guys are all back there. On June 21st, there's a thing called there's what's called an omniphonic challenge.
Is that good for a thing for you?
Wait, where does it go? And basically what that involves is people competing that are poets and musicians. They work together with their music and their poetry, and they compete. And I think, Mr. Lawrence?
I'm teaching Friday night.
Oh, you're teaching Friday night. So if anybody's interested in that, I know that there's a lot of people that are poets that would love to hook up with some musicians.
Use the mic, Robin.
Okay, how's that? Wait, Janet, can you raise this?
As much as I know and as much as you do.
Get on the mic.
How's that? Is that better?
I can't hear you back here.
Repeat the mic. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yay! How many people grew up in Chicago?
Right here.
Okay, I'm going to do some of my Chicago stuff. You asked me what Chicago is. Chicago is a city on a lake, blue-green arms outstretched, traversing through boxes of metal and glass. A city that Burnham imagined and daily perfected. Where Maxwell Street hookers and Michigan Avenue socialites, talk politics, sip lattes, and laugh about the condos they got for a steal. Where the stockyard knocker and university philosopher can ride the trails and share the sand and earth beneath their feet. Where the steelworker and crackhead can breakfast in China, lunch in Mexico, supper in India while sharing a lime and espresso in Italy. Where steaming hot pavement transforms into flood to black ice in one breath, a native mantra, layer baby, layer. You asked me what Chicago is. Chicago is the moonlight that fills my bedroom window. It is the smell of hot dogs boiling since spring, of beer and sweat. It is a movement of water below my window, a crystal blue goblet changing shape and texture, blue curacao floating in a mix of ice and white rum. It is the soft din of the night, of the shh, and the, yes you can if you like.
We understand what you're talking about. If you're from Chicago, the Bucktown Boys are here still. They're a rock and roll band. We understand what you're doing. It's wonderful what you're doing.
Okay, can I keep going? Is that okay?
Keep going. Bucktown's still here. It's changing. Logan Square is changing. Logan Square is getting better.
Okay, I'm going to finish my Chicago poem, okay?
Finish it off.
It is the soft din of the night, of the shh, of the clackety, 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 clackety of the elevated. It becomes my lullaby for sleep. It is the harbors filled with boats, chess pieces that lunge back and forth with the current and time, a rhythm that pulsates like lovers in the midst of a tango. A bait chap stands guard 365 days of the year. Lone fishermen line the dock like tiny robots casting their rods in search for next meal. You asked me what Chicago is. Chicago is my friend, my lover, my mother. She is my home. Okay. My home. Neighborhood metropolis. Fields of concrete blossom into night sky. marketplace blinds us with rhythms of man-made horizons. A cacophony of separate languages flood our ears. A bullet's lullaby is only a dream. We hear only what we choose. There's comfort in familiar. We hide behind steel lattice of whispering mistrust. Cover ourselves in shiny things, finding safety in our own reflection. Some say the streets were meant to be shared. Can we plant flowers in the shadow of apocalypse? Feed thirsting brains with set of kindness, exchange smiles for discourse. Can arms embrace without being shredded? Untrusted seeds split heart into two, leaving only virgin marrow. I'm choking on all this good intention. How many people remember Michael Reese Hospital? That was my first job as a pharmacist. And I was very sad to see it go. Skyline reborn Chicago style. Wrecking ball standing in white metal soldier, well oiled with anticipation, instructions, demolish. Just business, just bottom line. Old hospital. Every brick told a different story, from TB and polio to HIV and drive-bys. Built by those who knew poverty and persecution. Watchful mother, protective father, hatched doctors and teachers and lawyers and scientists. Gave us heart and pulse and soul, healed us when we fell, cried with us in death. What had you done wrong? Old hospital. Crumbling brick hollow, leaky roof, mortared to dust, commodity to be squeezed, nothing to resurrect, nothing but expensive dirt. One swing, history erased. Memories of life and death downloaded for historians to decipher, delegated to some dusty hard drive. Oh, hospital. Lost to time, a tribute to changing cities, to sterile boxes of concrete and steel, leaving an empty future to fill a void. Oh. Okay, now we're going to get into what I do best. Sexy poems. How many people remember their first kiss? Yeah.
Do you want me to really answer that?
Not at this moment.
Let's talk about it.
First kiss. The seal of a promise, of lingering, of longing, of lasting. The greeting of tongues and lips and mouth and teeth. No pretense of fairy tale, just hard and dirty. An invitation to lust and to draw blood and salt. Anticipation transforms into liquid whimsy, a slippery taste to coat the roof of her mouth. Unspoken conversation between fingertips and blush of cheek. His hands will moan her into pleasure. She longs to be kissed at right angles, tattooed with his tongue. Incomplete sentences, I love you, strewn across her throat. His arms will break creases into smiles between thigh and breast. Sandpaper tongue carves desire into flesh. His stain will quench her mouth. Lips flower orchids or maybe cactus needles, leaving scars painted into each breath. Body parts spin pheromones into orgasms. This first kiss, bound by lust, a prize to be claimed. This is actually new from today, so you guys let me know what you think after it. The first is actually the first draft. It doesn't have a title. Your song pulsates through my memories, an epitaph to an unfinished love affair. You painted me the color of ocean, emeralds and sapphires open-mouthed, consuming body parts. Your light pressed against my spine, there was fire in your fingertips, skin wrapped around skin. I was your heartbeat till the moon called. The wind rose and fell to the dance of another's pheromones. A body's landscape changed with each breath. And I miss the ebb and flow of your arms, my hands still searching for something, anything to hold on to. This is also untitled. This is fairly new. We've become strangers till death do us part. My curves no longer fit into the rough edges you used to love to smooth. Our bellies filled with bitter aftertaste of monotony. You store me on the shelf behind the odds and the empties. Pretend you love my meatloaf. Julia Child in 3D black and white. Pretend you love my feet. Wrap your arms around my waist before babies and breastfeeding. I am Ginger, you are Fred. We dance around the kitchen tiles to the rhythm of our bodies. Pretend we aren't broken, maybe just bent. Fragmented circles meant to be sculpted into perfect symmetry. And I am still intoxicated with the man I used to know. Somewhere in the toilet you are still undressing me with your mind. Can you morph me into flowers from root to stem? Water me between heart and thigh. Let me blossom into something unexpected. But we seem to play on different battlefields now. I scream in my empty voice, shredded between apocalypse and technicolor dreams. We have become this jigsaw puzzle drenched in red. Peel away each layer of skin to smooth unblemished perfection. Pray for the part of flesh which has no wrinkles. And I am learning to perfect the art of female martyrdom. This also is great news. It's called Don't Bother. Don't bother. This is where the foundation lies. Nothing becomes everything. Lines of communication corroded. Fibers scraped clean to threadbare, leaving only scars. Don't bother. I no longer want to navigate through your love tunnel. Narrow paths strewn with fake smiles and stale resolutions, remnants of a wasted history, nothing left to record for posterity. Don't bother. This is where the foundation lies. Everything becomes nothing. My heart no longer has you on speed dial. Everything becomes nothing. This is where the foundation lies. Don't bother. Nothing left to record for posterity. Remnants of wasted history, narrow paths strewn with fake smiles and stale resolutions. I no longer want to navigate through your love tunnel. Don't bother. Leaving only scars. Fibers scraped clean to threadbare. Lines of communication corroded. Nothing becomes everything. This is where the foundation lies. Don't bother. But this is for me. This is for you. This is called Point Click.
All right.
Oh, this is what you wanted, baby doll. You got it. Okay. Flirty Girl 152. 15 years and 2 kids. She misses his taste. His fingertips still imprinted on heart and pillowcases. So much time in between. Who would want her now? Point Click. Bears fan 101. He is just a nice guy, a plain Joe with a beer belly to rest his mug on. If he makes contact, will she respond? Point Click. Daddy's little girl. She loves the taste of women, but blood is thicker than happy life. She will honor her parents, marry and spawn. Would he see through her charade? Would he encourage her little secret? Point Click. Ladies' man 69. He has one mistress. Ledgers and portfolios his only love. But what about sex? Can he just find sex? Point Click. He has one mistress. Oh, the deeper meaning in number 10. She trusts enough to text her number. Entertaining conversation is the promise. Want to cyber with me, baby? I know you want to. Point Click. Rachel's dad. He has kids, she doesn't. How can she understand? She will never be first. His kids, his love, his joy will always be first. She can never be. Point Click. What if I'm not thin enough? What if I'm not wealthy enough? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm just too goddamn old? Point Click. No matches found. Just because that was in this date book. Well, she wouldn't read it because it's in the date book. So yay, Robin, you're awesome. Hi. My name is Robin.
Hi, Robin.
And I'm here today.
You're so fine.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here today to tell you that I am an addict.
Oh, wow.
That was really hard.
Oh, my God. That's
I'm
what
an
she
addict.
said. You go, girl.
for every prick, a panting dog with dreams of liquid gold running through my veins, that feral cat rummaging through garbage for the last bit of catnip. I am in love with a thing. Mama always craved store-bought, grandma only homegrown. She would always say, sugar, if you can't taste that deep, dark South American jungle dirt on the tip of your tongue, and then your stash just ain't no good. You see, I am an addict. Heart pounds like a racehorse and heat hair rises up to me, goosebumps, throat wet with anticipation, razor blade nerves sliced through muscles, scratching from inside out, must feed this hunger every single day. That sweet pungent odor permeates my lungs. If I could breathe it instead of air, I would. Hands shaky and clammy, I want to paint my body with it. And I'm sorry. I came here today to tell you this. I am sorry. I am sorry for the ant infestation under the bed from leftover chocolate wrappers. I'm sorry for selling your bowling trophy to buy last year's Halloween chocolate from Costco. I'm sorry for the embarrassment. Those brown spots on your ass, the chocolate I took to bed with me last night. And I'm sorry for stealing all the Valentine's Day chocolate and blaming the cleaning lady. You see, chocolate does not hit. Chocolate does not leave scars. It paints over the bruise marks, soothes a painful heart, fills the emptiness inside your soul. Chocolate does not judge when you screw up. Yeah, I am an addict. I must feed this hunger every single day, flesh burning from inside out, firecrackers exploding in my belly, brains on fire, dancing and screaming. Oh, hell. Does anybody have a Butterfinger? Raggedy bitch. Words intended to kill. You are too old, your ticket has expired, no admission, just disappear. And they twittered and they tweeted and they chirped young hens unaware as she crossed the street with the stealth of a tiger eyeing her prey. Play first or swallow whole. A smile crossed her lips. This body, my body, is manufactured and patented by God. Full of hip and thick waist, a Rubenesque muse. Breasts of flesh and blood, no saline, no plastic, no surgeon's wet dream. These jagged edges mapped across this face, my battle scars. This flesh, my body armor. I was born to fight. I bled so you could bleed free. I am that quintessential woman built for comfort, not for speed. Every fold, every layer, birthdays, anniversaries, lovers, and chocolate. These thighs are bruised with permanence and resistance. You strive for airbrush size 0, but 0, baby, is nothing more than 0. No value, illusion, unachievable. Will you teach your children to purge and cut? Your brain is on Xbox, washed away clean with easy pop-ups. Reality TV pours out of your veins, synapses strangled, a body's cells drained of oxygen. So enjoy your comfrey punch, your nicotine-stained alcoholic stupor, for your mirror will break. Nothing left but shards of ugly. She handed them a mirror. The bouncer's smile door opened. It's nice to see you again, madam. This way to VIP. I'm gonna do one more.
Only one more?
Okay. Her body is a gift from God, a garden to be tended to and nurtured, the sun her ardent lover. She lays in wait for the dawns to wet from the mist of moonlight's kiss. She craves heat, longing for sunbeams to strip away her innocence. The sun begins to smile, blood, red, orange, and amber, gold-spun patterns dance across her thighs. She's a flower awakening, hungry for fire. Yellow begins to wash over her petals, fingers trembling, a labyrinth's maze, penetration deep inside, sweet nectar cascades down, a song from passion's throat, flowing, radiant, and satisfied. I'm looking for one more that I want to do. All right.
Bring it. Bring it. Bring it
I
on.
can find it.
Come
Yeah.
on. Come
Hold on.
on. You a 10 in my book, baby.
How many people shop at of the women that are here, how many people shopped at Victoria's Secret?
I do.
Years ago. Okay.
I love her. Oh, never mind.
Guys like the
Fredericks.
catalog, yeah.
It's that time again. It's that time again. Just check the scene. It's time to be in shape. It's time to be lean. Tabloids and magazines dictate the rules. Stick figures, large breasts are now the crown jewels. And Victoria is my favorite. She sets the pace. What will we all wear in this underwear race? Young bodies adorned with a pout and a blush. Vicky's #1 secret. Can you say airbrush? Ancient beauties were hailed for their large hips and busts, but now thanks to Vicky, a spank is a must. There's pearls and there's rhinestones and spandex with lace. There's thongs made of satin that cover just a trace. To lift and to separate and deal with under wire, to have youthful breasts that always sit higher. 2 strings and a hanky make up a thong. It's like sitting on a tightrope. That's just plain wrong. But how did it come so soft and serene? Now it's feathers and chains. Can you say dry clean? Vicky offers us creams to keep us in stride. Cellulite will disappear and wrinkles will hide. So we starve and we fast to be something we're not. To be that size 0 is to be something hot. These models, the image of what we adore. Vicky's #2 secret, they're 14 and no more. So I'll push up, plunge, enhance and minimize the pain we endure for that perfect size. But I keep coming back with a hope and a prayer to dream of that flawless body so you will always stare.
It feels weird because I'm like a giant walking in saying, get up and out. So, that was awesome. Thank you. And now this is my prerequisite time where I'm supposed to talk about future features. In 1 week, because this, normally we're every 2 weeks, but throughout June we're every week until the middle of July. So next week, on June 12th, we've got Andy Carroll. You guys have seen her a couple of times here. She's a phenomenal reader. Trust me, she is worth coming for. Believe me, she's double plus awesome. And then 2 weeks, June 19th, right before my birthday,
Yeah.
Esteban Colon is our feature. So we give it up for Esteban Colon. Yeah!
Shake that groove, sing, baby.
He is so awesome, definitely. And normally we wouldn't have it in the last week of June 26th, but because we can't be here on July 3rd, we've got Dan Cleary here on June 26th. Yeah! And then we've got a break here until the middle of July, because July 17th is the next thing, and we happen to have the Bob Stir himself. Give it up for Bob Rashko. Yeah! And as I said, if you want to know anything about the schedule, you can always go to www.chaoticarts.org/thecafe or find me, Janet Kuipers. Janet Kuipers on Janet Kuipers on gmail.com or from Scars.tv, the cafe at Scars.tv, or find me on Facebook or blah 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 and say, hey, what's the schedule? Because I want to go because it's so double plus awesome. And thank you all so